Estimate the square root to 6 decimal places using Newton's square root equation. Start with an initial guess of 10. Isaac Newton came up with this really cool equation that can help you estimate square roots. Okay, so here's Newton's square root equation. Square root of n, which is the number you're trying to take the square root of, in this case 87, equals 1/2 times n over a plus a. Now the a is your initial guess. So let's take a look. Square root of 87 equals 1/2 times, and the n is 87, and the a is going to be 10, the initial guess, so 87 divided by 10, then plus 10. So square root of 87 equals 1/2 times, and I'm going to change this to a decimal to make it easier. 87 divided by 10 is 8.7, then plus 10. Square root of 87 equals 1/2 times 8.7 plus 10 is 18.7. Then we want to know 1/2 of 18.7. You know what, let me grab the calculator here. Let's see, 0.5, which is the same as 1/2, times 18.7. 9.35. Now I'm curious, how close is that to the actual square root of 87? Well, let's see, the 9.3 is the same, and then the hundredths place is off. So I'm going to write down 9.3. Now that isn't close enough because we wanted 6 decimal places. So what I'm going to do is take this 9.3, put it back in the formula, and then try it again, and to get even closer. So now we're going to say the square root of 87 equals 1/2 times 87 divided by 9.3 plus 9.3. Now I'm going to do this all on the calculator. Okay, so I'm going to do the inside of the parentheses first. So I'm going to do 87 divided by 9.3, and then plus 9.3, and then divided by 2 to get the 1/2. Remember, multiplying by 1/2 and dividing by 2 are the same thing. Okay, now let's take a look. We have 9.32741 and so on. So let's look at the square root of 87 again. We're accurate to 1, 2, 3 decimal places. So 9.327 that's our next guess. And see how that's more accurate than the first time through. Now this is called an iterative process when you use a formula over and over again and you get closer and closer to your answer. So now the next guess for square root of 87 equals 1/2 times 87 divided by 9.327 plus 9.327. So why do you keep doing this? Why not just do square root 87 and be done with it? Well, this is just a fun little formula. It's one of the nice things about math is that, you know, these cool little formulas can do calculations, and I don't know, it's just fun to look at patterns and try new things and stuff. So I'm going to do this one on the calculator. First going to do 87 divided by 9.327 and then plus 9.327, 18.65 and so on. Then divided by 2 for the times 1/2. Okay, so here's our next estimate. Now let's take a look at the square root of 87 again. $9.3273790. Wow, now it's actually accurate to 7 decimal places. We went above and beyond here, and that's by using it 3 times. That's a pretty impressive formula. You can go through it 3 times and get a square root accurate to 7 decimal places. but we're asked for the answer for 6 decimal places. So it's going to be 9.327379. Okay, so that's how Newton's square root equation works. You start off with your initial guess, put it in the formula, compare it with the actual square root, and then you maybe go through it again and again until you get the square root as accurate as you need. Now, I encourage you to try this yourself with other numbers too, and there are some problems in the end of the lesson that ask you to do this, but it really is a fun little formula, so I recommend that you just try it out and have fun with it.